Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adinata Award 2021. This is the first year of Adinata Award. This award is an appreciation from the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia and Singapore to a company or a figure who have been considered to contribute to the strengthening of bilateral cooperation efforts between Indonesia and Singapore. As this year, both Indonesia and Singapore are working closely to recover together their economy and to address the COVID-19 pandemic, the Adinata Award will be given to a figure or an organization that has been consistently investing in Indonesia and at the same time remains committed to supporting Indonesia in the COVID-19 relief efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to Singapore, His Excellency Suryo Pratomo.
Her Excellency Bu Retno Marsudi, Minister for the Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia. His Excellency Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Singapore. Mr. Dilan Pillai Sandrasegara, Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of Temasek International, Mr. Wong Kim Yin, President and Group CEO of Sembcorp Industries. Excellencies, Ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us virtually. Welcome to the conferring ceremony of Adinata Award. Indonesia has shared close neighborhood with Singapore not only for 54 years after the establishment of our diplomatic relation, but long before the two countries declared their independence. Since 7th century, people of both countries have established their relation. The long-standing bilateral relationship has been what Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong once said, a strong, forward-looking and dynamic relationship. Wide-ranging interaction have developed the friendship and mutual understanding between people of both countries. And despite challenges and undercurrents, both countries strive to get along with each other and reap opportunities. Our bilateral trade has been steadily and steadfastly growing and resilient within broad-based aspects. It has been sharply increasing over the year. Today, Singapore has even emerged as a major investor in Indonesia. Against such a backdrop, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia is grateful for the opportunity to partner with many and various stakeholders in Singapore, working together to ensure that our cooperation and partnership are mutually beneficial. Marking the celebration of Indonesia's 76th Independence Day this year, the Embassy has decided to confer Adinata Award. Adinata, which is derived from Sanskrit, means excellent. This award is conferred to the excellent individual and institution in Singapore, which demonstrate outstanding contribution to the excellent state of Indonesia and Singapore relations. And this year, we have the pleasure of awarding the award for the first time to Temasek Holding, a globally recognized Singaporean institution that has been a sustaining partnership with Indonesia in business cooperation and above all, strengthening bilateral relations between Indonesia and Singapore. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the conferment of the first Adinata Award to Temasek has been through depth and breadth consideration. Having looked at Temasek track record, its portfolio companies has been involved in tying our two nations together through their continuous and long-term investment in Indonesia. Some of recent investment by Temasek are in data center through its subsidiary company STMedia, in renewable energy through Sembcorp, and in some digital companies such as Tokopedia and Halodoc. However, investment number and business opportunity are not the prime and only consideration given by the award committee. They show value behind the cooperation with Temasek for mutual trust, respect, and all sustained to make sure that both cooperation partners are mutually satisfied. More importantly, Temasek has been contribute to the prospering of the two countries' friendship. Temasek donation and aid since COVID-19 outbreak until today for Indonesia are praiseworthy. And most importantly, Temasek continue to support Indonesia through capacity building, education program, and training. Temasek has proved that Indonesia is one of those few loyal friends that offer its hand in such uncertain time to stay united and work together jointly dealing with common challenges. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I have the fervent hopes that the success story of tonight's award will motivate other individuals and institutions in Singapore to join us in flourishing Indonesia and Singapore partnership to next level. And to Mr. Dilan, thank you for kindly representing Temasek in receiving this award tonight. Allow me also to take this opportunity to personally and on behalf of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia to congratulate Ms. Ho Ching on the completion of her term of duty and retirement. We highly appreciate your unremitting effort and valuable support to the mobilization of the relation between our two countries. I would also like to congratulate Mr. Dilan for your appointment as the new Temasek CEO. I fully believe that our relation will be very much benefit from your experience, and I am convinced that our bilateral ties will further consolidate in the year to come. I thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Indonesia and Singapore have a very close relationship. The government of Indonesia and Singapore are committed in continuing and strengthening their cooperation in bilateral economic. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased that Ms. Retno Marsudi and Mr. Vivian Balakrishnan, the Minister for Foreign Affairs of Indonesia and Singapore, are joining us this evening to share with us on Indonesia and Singapore robust cooperation.
My dear friend Vivian, Foreign Minister of Singapore, Ambassador Suryo Pratomo, Ibu Ho Ching, and Mr. Dilhan Sandrasegara of Temasek, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening from Jakarta. I am pleased to join you all in celebrating the Adinata Award presentation tonight, an occasion that celebrates the strength and closeness of Indonesia-Singapore relations. It is also fitting that this occasion comes in a special month as we each celebrate our national days in August. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the saying, "We can choose our friends, not our neighbors," rings true for us. As close neighbors, it is imperative for us to forge a robust partnership, from trade to tourism, from investment to education. Singapore and Indonesia have a strong footprint on one another. On investment, for instance, Singapore consistently stands as Indonesia's #1 foreign investor, even during the pandemic. Yet, the strength of our partnership goes beyond numbers. The COVID-19 pandemic reveals the extent of our solidarity. The support extended by the government and the people of Singapore for Indonesia pandemic recovery effort is truly appreciated. Vivian and I are always a phone call away to discuss, exchange views, and think of ways to address the pandemic and economic recovery and to ensure that our neighborhood continues to be peaceful and stable. This flourishing relation is also reflected among the people and the businesses of our two countries. Temasek Holdings is an important part in this endeavor. Apart from business investment, Temasek has contributed immensely in social programs through scholarship, capacity building, and support for our COVID-19 recovery effort. In this connection, I congratulate Temasek for receiving the first Adinata Award. I hope that our long-standing commitment in bringing our people closer together will be an inspiration for many. Sekali lagi, selamat. I thank you very much.
Your Excellency Retno Marsudi, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to Singapore, Suryo Pratomo, Executive Director and CEO of Temasek Holdings, Madam Ho Ching, and the Executive Director and CEO of Temasek International, Dilhan Sandrasegara. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and happy Independence Day to our Indonesian friends. Singapore and Indonesia enjoy a special relationship, one that extends beyond formal engagements. The strength of our relationship is the vibrancy, the spontaneity, the energy of our interactions between our peoples, businesses, and institutions. Amidst COVID-19, we have reached out to each other in our times of need, and a friend in need is a friend indeed. Meanwhile, our economic exchanges continue to grow despite the pandemic, and Singapore remains Indonesia's top source of investments. I commend the Indonesian Embassy in Singapore for inaugurating the Adinata Award to recognize those who have made significant contributions to bilateral relations, and that the first award is being presented to Temasek Holdings. Temasek's history dates back to the early days of Singapore's development. Back then, our rapidly industrializing economy needed key infrastructure, including in aviation, shipping, and banking. Private capital was limited, and the government had to launch enterprises in these areas. Temasek was formed to manage those enterprises on a commercial basis so that the government could focus on policy making and regulation. Today, Temasek is also an active contributor to the economic and to the people-to-people ties between Indonesia and Singapore. More than 60% of its assets are in Asia, and this reflects its confidence in our region. In Indonesia, Temasek has partnered companies like Tokopedia, HelloDoc, and Sociabella, which are poised to thrive amidst Indonesia's ongoing digital revolution. Through Temasek Foundation, its philanthropic arm, Temasek has created opportunities for regional leaders, professionals, and our young people to come together. These include the Indonesian mayors and
Kendal Industrial Park is one of many projects implemented as part of Indonesia and Singapore cooperation by Temasek Holdings through its subsidiary companies Sembawang Corporation or Semcorp in Indonesia. Since the economies of both countries will continue to grow and expand, Semcorp will also expand its operation in Indonesia. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a greeting from the President and Group CEO of Semcorp Group, Mr. Wong Kim Yin.
Dirgahayu Indonesia ke-76. Indonesia and Singapore are closely knit neighbors with strong ties between our governments, businesses, and people. Indonesia has been one of Singapore's largest trading partners, and Singapore has been Indonesia's top foreign investor since 2014, with total investments valued at US $10 billion last year. Our business communities are strong partners, working well together in business and in supporting Indonesia's fight against COVID-19. Semcorp has been in Indonesia since 1990. We are grateful for the opportunity to be a partner in key energy and urban development projects. Each year since 2001, Semcorp imports more than $2 billion worth of natural gas from West Natuna to Singapore. In urban developments, Semcorp has developed 3 industrial parks and brought in US $3.5 billion of foreign investments, creating jobs for almost 100,000 people. Nearer to Singapore, we have also supported Batam's need for clean potable water for 25 years. Semcorp wants to have a long-lasting, sustainable presence in Indonesia. The welfare of our communities is important to us. We support schools, hospitals, local community, and also the environment. For instance, at Kendal Industrial Park, we supported the development of the Furniture Polytechnic located at the park. We also helped match graduates of vocational high schools with jobs. At the end of this year, 3,600 local graduates are expected to be employed by our tenants at the park. We are also focused on providing our communities with green energy. Semcorp has 2,700 megawatts of renewable power assets, and we aim to quadruple that to 10,000 megawatts by 2025, investing more than $5 billion. We hope a large part of that can be in Indonesia. As Indonesia embarks on its transition to a low-carbon future, we wish to contribute to the transformation of your energy industry from brown to green. We continue to face unprecedented challenges in our world today. Let us press on and build our sustainable future together. And finally, on behalf of Semcorp Industries, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the people of Indonesia as you mark your 76th year of independence and nation building. Terima kasih. Thank you.
And now, this is the time we have all been waiting for. With your permission, may I have the honor to invite Your Excellency, Ambassador Suryo Pratomo, to present the Adinata Award to Dylan Pillay, the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of Temasek International. Next, may we now invite Mr. Dylan Pillay to please be on the stage.
The Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Retno Marsudi, the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Singapore, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, His Excellency, the Ambassador of Indonesia to Singapore, Suryo Pratomo, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Temasek, I would like to thank the Indonesian Embassy in Singapore for organizing today's award ceremony. By streaming the show online, more people can celebrate the good works that have been done for many and inspire more of us to step up where we can to do what is necessary. Today is a special day for all of us. To all Indonesians, we bring you greetings on the 76th anniversary of your Declaration of Independence. We thank the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia for the honor of bestowing on Temasek the Indonesia Independence Day Award. It is truly a great honor for Temasek to receive this award. It reaffirms the close partnership that we share with Indonesia. We will continue to work with you, both as investor, but more importantly, as a friend. On the investment front, Temasek remains optimistic on Indonesia as we continue to see champions emerging from Indonesia. We see opportunities to work with these businesses, potentially investing in them or with them. We have invested steadily in Indonesia over the years. Likewise, several of our portfolio companies, such as DBS Bank, Sembcorp, and Singtel, have long-standing partnerships and a presence in Indonesia. In particular, Indonesia's digital economy holds great promise because of strong fundamentals such as a large population with growing income and a rapidly developing digital ecosystem. In 2020, Temasek, together with Google and Bain & Company, issued a report that expressed the view that Indonesia's digital economy is expected to triple to US $124 billion by 2025. We will update this report in a few months, and I expect we will see even more opportunity. Temasek's ties with Indonesia go beyond business partnerships. Ours is a deep friendship based on mutual respect, a shared purpose of growing together and helping each other, especially in times of difficulty. This is evident during the current COVID-19 outbreak. In the early days when we had large outbreaks affecting our migrant worker population, companies in Indonesia willingly stepped up to help us make cloth face masks for that community. Indonesian businesses also provided us vital equipment for community care facilities for recovering COVID patients. Likewise, we partnered in efforts to help communities in our neighboring Indonesian islands. Today, Southeast Asia is facing unprecedented challenges caused by the more dangerous Delta variant. None of us is spared. We will need to continue to collaborate and embrace the spirit of partnership that we have seen during this pandemic to help one another wherever the need is. For no one is safe until everyone is safe. Last month, Temasek Foundation and a group of donors from Indonesia and Singapore provided more than 12,000 oxygenerators to Indonesia. Since the start of the pandemic, we have worked with organizations and individuals to provide hand sanitizers, surgical, N95 and reusable masks, gloves and goggles to Indonesia. Singapore developed Fortitude diagnostic test kits, and Blue Pass automatic contact tracing devices were also provided. Now and in the coming months, more diagnostics, oxygen equipment, and personal protective equipment are being sent to Indonesia. These partnerships would not have been possible without the support of Indonesia's Ministry of Health, the Indonesian Embassy in Singapore, and numerous other partners and co-donors in Indonesia and Singapore. Mr. Ambassador, we thank you and your colleagues at the Embassy for working with us in all these initiatives to provide the requisite assistance so that we can overcome the pandemic together. The collaboration between the Indonesian government and Temasek Foundation in connecting people and uplifting communities dates back 2 decades. Together with Indonesian agencies, the foundation piloted a rice cultivation program in Aceh after the 2004 tsunami to help rice farming communities increase crop yield in areas inundated with salt water. The foundation has been actively supporting the capability and capacity building programs in Indonesia since 2007 in the areas of education, health, public administration and governance, crisis response, networking, and sustainability. Other examples include the training of master builders in low-cost methods of strengthening existing walls and housing, which help protect houses and buildings from collapse during earthquakes, and cross-learning programs for both countries to grow and thrive in a global and digitized world. This is our attempt to catalyze bilateral and multilateral collaborations in the e-commerce sector in Indonesia and with Southeast Asia. Looking ahead, the Foundation will continue to look for innovative programs to further deepen partnerships in Indonesia. Some initial ideas include enhancing disaster management capabilities and promoting nature-based carbon solutions. As I conclude my remarks today, I would like to reiterate, on behalf of all the people of Temasek, our deep appreciation and honor to be given this award. We are grateful for our partnership with Indonesia and look forward to many more years of working together. Terima kasih dan selamat Hari Kemerdekaan.
And ladies and gentlemen, finally we have come to the end of the show. Hopefully, with this event, the cordial relations between Indonesia and Singapore will continue to grow and continue to strengthen. We'd like to thank all the participants who have attended this event and would like to give a big appreciation for everyone who have made the show a success. And last but not least, we would like to wish everyone a good night and goodbye.